over the marital home pushed Musa to ask for a divorce to the marriage contract. Weeks after, I asked for a divorce and filed a lawsuit before the family court because of his refusal to sell the apartment and buy another apartment next to my family's house, and I wanted to marry him in the family apartment. I see the pitfalls and humiliation with his family. Then he leaves and travels abroad for his work. We agreed to buy my apartment. To live alone and be stable in my life. But he changed his words and agreements after he wrote the book. When he found me, I refused to live with his family. He raised the white weapon on him and hit me in the face and made him a permanent disability and stole my gold from me and the net, except that he was Jabholy. And assaulted him with insults, slander, long tongue, and on social networking sites. I am in front of the family court, and I refused to consummate the marriage. Because I was afraid for my life with him, and his barbaric and uncivilized style and his crazy behavior appeared. And when I came to an understanding with him, the dispute ended with him causing me a disfigurement in my face after hitting him with a jackknife and causing me deep injuries to my face. After inciting his family and reprimanding me for his previous agreement with my family. We preferred to be engaged for a year and a half until he returned from work abroad and decided to prepare for the wedding. We were not different before that on anything. After he wrote the book and the marriage contract, he refused to implement anything except that we had agreed on it. And I discovered after the marriage contract that he was a sick person. He tried to blackmail me and accepted himself to distort my reputation and expose me in front of people. And he provokes a quarrel for the most trivial reason, forcing him to refuse to consummate the marriage. After I saw with him what no human could bear. Whoever abused him reached the point of threatening me with death, mutilating my face and causing the loss of my future. He destroyed my life and made his family lose a lot of money in order to pay the price of the apartment and pay the penalty clause written in the contract. He refused to pay the remaining installments, and then took possession of the apartment and issued communications against them. He hired thugs and put them as guards on the apartment, so that I could not take what I needed from her, and he pursued me with accusations to undermine my reputation. Divorce according to the law is the dissolution of the marriage bond to a valid one. Divorce is not permissible for the husband or wife unless the protection is in his or her own hands. Infallibility is a power of attorney from the husband to the wife to divorce herself from him. Divorce has its effects as soon as it is pronounced, as long as it fulfills its terms and conditions. And I will tell you a piece of advice for every girl who has a passport. You must know your fiancé's character is strong, and do not rush into the books of the book or the contract of the Quran. If you met your fiancé before the book was written or the Quran was contracted, his actions would have changed, and you would find that his face and features are abnormal or not correct. And he is selling problems and carrying a knife or a white weapon. Annul your engagement immediately, and believe me, may God compensate you with a better one and a good nature. You just have to choose right. If you meet him, his mother's son loves his family more than you. And ask live with his family. Think well and go back. This is my advice to every girl and bride who is engaged and still will be his bride. And support me Blake and subscribe to the channel. And wait for me tomorrow with a new story from married life. Tota Rafat.